Welcome back to Birds of a Feather. This is your daily Baltimore sports podcast. My name is Nathan Stroud, and today we're going to be going over and talking about this Orioles 11-1 win over the San Francisco Giants to tie this series up 1-1 going into the rubber match game tomorrow. But the Orioles win this game 11-1. The offense was absolutely amazing today. They went out there and did their thing. And the pitching by a certain somebody was obviously incredible, like it's been all year long. Trevor Rogers was on the mound for the Orioles today. He went out there and continued to do what he's been doing all season long, or at least since he's got called up to the majors from AAA. With that entire situation with Trevor Rogers. But Trevor Rogers, in his 14th start of the season, gets through 7 innings, got into some traffic, gave up, let some base runners on base. There was some traffic throughout the game, but as always, he was able to navigate through it. Got through 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts, and his ERA went from a 1.40 to a 1.39. And the fact that his ERA is still falling when it's that low already is insane. Trevor Rogers continues to play amazing for the Orioles. He gets the win in today's game, obviously so. And the offense went out there and they were incredible in this game. 4 total home runs hit in this game. Gunnar Henderson, Jeremiah Jackson, Ryan Mountcastle, and last but not least, Samuel Basallo gets his first Major League home run today. It barely went over the wall out in left field, but it did get over. It was an opposite field home run for Basallo. Pure power was shown on that swing and home run. And Basallo didn't even really know that if he got the home run or not. It wasn't like a no-doubter, but he still was able to go and get the home run for his first Major League home run, which was very, very nice to see. He also hit the ball very hard as well today, which ended up leading to some outs. So he got a little bit unlucky there, but he does get his first Major League home run. We can all take a big sigh of relief in the fact that he did get it. Doesn't have to worry about that anymore, and he can continue on his young career. But overall, a great game by the offense, a great game by the pitching, an overall amazing win by the Orioles, which ends their 5-game losing streak. Obviously, if they lost today, they would have lost 6 in a row. But they did get the win. They snapped the losing streak, and they are back in the winning column. And if they win tomorrow, they do win this series. I think we go against Justin Verlander. I'm not sure who's pitching for us tomorrow, but I do know that Justin Verlander is pitching for the Giants tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but let's just go over this Orioles game that just ended a little over, 10 minutes ago. So going over this Orioles game, obviously an incredible game for the Baltimore Orioles. They win this game 11-1. 13 total hits on offense, went 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So they actually had a lot of opportunities to bring even more runners home. They left 6 guys on base, went 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position, but were still able to get 11 runs in this game. They had 3 total home runs. Jeremiah Jackson, Ryan Mountcastle, and Samuel Basallo. And overall, an incredible game by the Orioles, just in general. Offense, pitching, it was all great. But going over to the offense, as I said, 13 hits, 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And leading off things today was Jackson Holliday. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 walks, so he actually gets on base 3 times in this game. I think he's on a 3 or 4 game hitting streak now for Jackson, so he's been starting to pick it up a little bit more. As I said, a few episodes ago, it would be really cool to see Jackson Holliday in this final month of the season really end things off well, and he's starting to really do that. Gets on base 3 times today, does bring in a run and score a run himself. Jeremiah Jackson continues to play incredible in this game. 2 for 5, a home run, 4 RBIs. Just an incredible outing by Jeremiah Jackson, and somebody who will be a mainstay and have a big role for the Orioles next season. I don't care. He has shown so many times since he's gotten called up over this past month now. He's played pretty much every single day. Jeremiah Jackson has been amazing, a .330 batting average throughout this month. In his first month of being a major leaguer, 4 RBIs in this game, a home run, 2 hits. just incredible stuff by Jeremiah Jackson. He continues to be such a big producer for the Orioles, and one of the biggest producers really just in recent games as well over like the past couple of months. Jeremiah Jackson has been incredible, and whether he is a key rotational piece off the bench next year or somebody who's going to play every day in the outfield, Jeremiah Jackson is going to have a role with the Orioles next year. He's not going to get sent back down to AAA. He has really been proving why he deserves to be here, and I'm so happy that he's been able to shine in this moment. Gunnar Henderson in this game, he has a multi-hit game. He goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. So shout out to Gunnar Henderson. He played good today. One of 5 Orioles in this game that had multiple hits. And then Ryan Mountcastle, the other Oriole with multiple hits, he continues to just be on fire for the Orioles. Today, he goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Yesterday, he had a 3-hit day. Today, he has a 2-hit day with 2 RBIs and a homer. So shout out to Ryan Mountcastle. He has brought his average up from like a low 2s to a 260. And I actually really quickly want to actually look at his logs here in his recent games. If we go over to his recent games here in the month of August, so he came back August 8th. Obviously, he got hurt on May 30th, and he came back August 8th. So he was out for over 2 months, and he ended up coming back, and throughout this month, he's been batting a 288 with 21 hits, 12 RBIs, 2 home runs, really 3 home runs actually. He's been incredible, and this actually isn't even updated from today's stuff, so it's actually going to go up even more. But shout out to Ryan Mountcastle. He has been great since he's come back this month, so it's good to see him back and doing his thing. Colton Cowser in this game goes 1 for 5. Dylan Beavers in this game gets back on track with a 2-hit day. Obviously, the past couple of games he didn't really get on base, but today he goes out there 2 for 5 with an RBI. Kobe Mayo was the only Orioles starter to not get a hit today. He ended up going 0 for 5, unfortunately. But yesterday he did have a home run. Samuel Basallo in this game, obviously we talked about earlier, he had his first major league home run. In today's game he went 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, a hit, which was obviously the solo home run in this game. His first major league home run. Shout out to Samuel Basallo. And again, this is just the first of many more to come for this guy. And then Daniel Johnson in this game had a 2-hit day, went 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a walk. So got on base 3 times, scored all 3 times with 3 runs. He went out there and did his thing. And then going over to the pitching, the Orioles only had to use 2 pitchers in this game. Trevor Rogers for 7 innings, Sean Dubin for 2 innings. And Trevor Rogers got through 7 innings of work, gave up 5 hits, no walks, 1 run, and 5 strikeouts, and with a 92 pitch count across 7 innings. So he was getting a little worked. There was a little bit of traffic, but he was able to get through it and get out of it. 7 innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. His ERA is down to a 1.39. And at this point, this is kind of like the expectation. I always get a little bit scared before Trevor Rogers start thinking that he's going to give up 4 or 5 runs or something like that, but he's just continued to impress every single time. And at this point, this should just be the expectation with Trevor Rogers. He's 8-2 on the season, by far been the Orioles' best pitcher this year. It's not even close. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball in general. And I tweeted this out earlier whenever I was talking about Trevor Rogers and his stat line today. But Trevor Rogers, in my opinion, I do think that he deserves some sort of Cy Young votes, that he needs some sort of recognition for what he's doing, because this is now 4 starts in a row where he's gone through at least 7 innings and giving up 1 run or less. So if we actually go to his recent games here, obviously today, 7 innings, 1 run. But if you go to his last game against Houston, 7 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run, 8 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 0 runs, 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, 1 run, 6.2 innings, 0 runs, 5.1 innings, 2 runs, 8 innings, 0 runs, 2.1 innings, 3 runs. That was by far his worst start of the season. And then his first start, obviously, 6.1 innings, 0 runs. So just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal work by Trevor Rogers. He has now pitched a total of 90 innings this season. He's gone through 90 innings. He's going to be well over 100 by the end of the season. And I just think that he definitely deserves some recognition, maybe for some Cy Young votes. I understand that the ERA and stuff like that not the ERA, the innings pitched isn't like where a Scooble or, Hunter Brown or a Garrett Crochet is in the American League, but I mean, what he's doing is absolutely insane, and he's been arguably the best pitcher in baseball over the last couple of months, so shout out to Trevor Rogers. Also, shout out to Sean Dubin, who made his Orioles debut today. We picked him up off of waivers from the Astros the other day. Got through 2 innings of work, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So shout out to him. Gets through 2 innings today, the final 2 innings of this game. And the Orioles win today's game 11-1, an incredible win. And then going over to tomorrow's game, it is going to be 2 old heads pitching for both teams. Justin Verlander, obviously, I think he's 41 or 42 years old. He has struggled quite a bit this year, a 2-10 record on the season. But then you got Tomoyuki Sagano, the 35-year-old rookie, 10-6 on the season, most wins on the Orioles, a 4.06 ERA, and I think his last start that he had was not too great. 6 innings, 4 runs in his last start. But before that, he had 3 really good starts in a row. So hopefully he can bounce back tomorrow and have a good start, and the Orioles can get a win and get a series win as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning into and listening to this episode of Birds of a Feather. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow up on Spotify. Make sure to like the video on YouTube as well. And also make sure to click the link in the bio of whatever platform you're listening on. Make sure to follow the Twitter. Make sure to follow the Instagram. On Instagram, I post updates every time an episode is released, so you can know there. And then also on Twitter, I post live game reactions, live game updates to anything Orioles and Ravens related. And speaking about the Ravens, this week, starting on Monday, all throughout this week, or for most of the week, probably like 3 or 4 days out of this week leading up into to the Ravens game on next Sunday. Starting tomorrow, today is Saturday, tomorrow obviously is Sunday, and a week from tomorrow is going to be officially the start of Ravens football season. Obviously, primetime Sunday Night Football against Buffalo in Buffalo. It's going to be a ton of fun. This week we're going to be covering a lot of stuff. I kind of want to do a season preview. I want to do a game preview the day before the game, and then I also want to do a season preview sometime this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday or something like that. Just kind of a season preview, overlooking all the moves that this team made this offseason, all of the draft stuff, all the impact that it can make, and just kind of the overall season overview and preview of everything, what the expectation should be, what we should be looking forward to, and stuff like that. And then also talking about maybe some players we should look out for in week 1. So we have plenty of football content really starting to get ramped up this Monday, starting on Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Football's officially back. Obviously, for the past few months that this podcast has been a thing, a lot of the times that I've been talking about football have been related to the draft. Obviously, we covered everything with the draft. We covered everything with the any sort of free agent signing with like Jair Alexander, DeAndre Hopkins. We covered the draft, and we just covered training camp stuff as well. So we covered all the major things that have been going on this off season. But now we actually get into the real season of football. Also, we covered preseason stuff as well. So get ready for long episodes on Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons after Ravens games. We're going to be doing full breakdowns of those games, and then throughout the week, mixed in along, obviously, for the next month with Ravens stuff. But we are going to be, committing to football a lot, as talking a lot about football. That's going to be the major thing that we're going to be talking about. Maybe not over the next month, because there is still Orioles baseball that we need to kind of mix in with both. So all of September is going to be crazy. You have the last month of Orioles baseball, plus you have the start of the Ravens season. But from November on, it's going to purely be Ravens football that we're going to be talking about. And then obviously any sort of Orioles off-season news. But it's going to be purely Ravens football. We're going to have a lot of talk. We're going to have a lot to talk about. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure to tune in for that. You do not want to miss it, I promise you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll have an episode up sometime tomorrow night or sometime tomorrow afternoon talking about Game 3 of this series. Hopefully the Orioles can get the win. Hopefully the Orioles can get the win, get a series win, and move forward with that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a great day. Go O's, go Ravens, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.